This time on Practice Patter, it's somewhat magical. We're going away with the fairies. Welcome, Lynda, from Fife Services. Would you like
Yes.
to say hello to colleagues and say a bit about what your role is in Fife?
Hi, I'm Lynda Murray. I work as a support worker in housing support in Fife, and I've worked with the company 10 years, just over 10 years now.
Brilliant, it's a long time. Well, Lynda got in touch with me to tell me about a piece of work that you've done with some of the people we support, and it involved fairy doors, which just pleased me no end. Lynda, do you want to just talk us through what your wee project involved?
The project was actually Benati Emergency Response Team, and we know a person who sourced the doors, the local companies and everything donated it because we were fed up with lockdown and people getting really fed up and bored. And because he knows I work with the service users that I do, he asked if we'd like some doors, and the ladies had a great time decorating them. We painted, we give them back, and he actually takes them down to local meadows and he puts them on trees because there's a fairy trail, so everybody can go in the future and look for our doors. They're starting a fairy village as well, so there's lots of exciting stuff to be doing.
So these doors are about, you reckon they're about the size of a hardback?
I'd reckon about the size of a hardback book, so there's quite a lot of room to decorate. You could do jewels, you could do paint, but we have to watch what we put on because of the wildlife as well.
So the ladies paint the doors, and I guess that's quite enjoyable and relaxing in itself.
They're quite, Michelle just sits and will paint away forever. It doesn't matter the colours or what they do with them, it's their door, so it's personal to them.
So do you see quite a lot of use of imagination and artistic ability when people are doing that type of activity?
Definitely, I'd say relaxation's a big thing, because once you like painting and she gets so excited and then she's like through and you can just see her, she's just so happy.
It's a good flow activity as well, isn't it? Because painting
Mm-hmm.
bring your arousal levels down, bring your stress down. It's something, as you say, you can't do it wrong because you're doing it in your way. It's your own form of expression.
Mm-hmm. It's how
So
you want
that,
to do it.
on you go, sorry.
It's how they want to do it. It's not how we see it, it's how the person sees it, because she could see it totally different to how I'm looking at it.
Yeah. So this sort of fairy walk, then the doors are attached to trees and people can sort of go and find
Yeah.
them.
Uh-huh.
So do the ladies you support, have they gone down and done that and saw their artwork?
No, yeah, because obviously the doors have just started going in, so I'm thinking once the weather brightens up a wee bit and we get some sun and it's a wee bit warmer, we could definitely go down because there's also a cafe there, so you could get like your juice and things like that and then just walk through, and I'm sure they'll love to see their doors, they really would.
I would think so, seeing something that you've worked on in a public place. And I'm guessing because it's part of this sort of fairy trail, lots of children and families will get a lot of joy out of that sort of thing.
Yeah, they're actually looking at getting the path fixed as well now because there's such a footfall of people going through the fairy trail. They've also raised money locally to get big ferries and toadstools for like seats and stuff. So it's definitely a big hit.
I'll definitely be coming when that happens because I love wee fairies and things. I think they're delightful things. Just I've always liked them since I was a wee girl. And so the ladies, I guess, will get a lot out of seeing their artwork in that kind of context.
The well, and as well, it's like it's nature, so you're walking there and they're getting the fresh air and they're just exercise as well, because exercise is a big thing they know as well. So they're getting a lot. It's not just, oh, I can see my artwork. They're getting exercise, their health and everything as well.
And that's really important, isn't it? Because what you're saying is, like, if you're thinking on the surface of it, you're talking about an activity of painting a door, but actually what people are able to do there is use their imagination, they're able to de-stress and relax, and then there's a product, there's an outcome, and then people can actually then go and see the fruits of their labour, and while they're doing that, they're getting some exercise, they're getting out in the fresh air, they're enjoying maybe other people's reactions to their artwork.
And people watching as well, because that's a big thing as well, isn't it? They like to see what's happening in hangs, so there's lots of hangs. There's the nature, there's the swans, there's the ducks, everything in there. So the hang just to walk and then see that artwork and just be like, where's your door? Can you find your door? And have the picture and the symbol and that as well, so they could associate everything. It's not just one thing, it's all interlinked as well.
And I think that's a great example of, you know, taking an activity and really kind of wringing the benefit out of it, you know, getting lots and lots of value out of doing, let's say, this one activity of painting a door. You're taking it beyond just that activity to much more. So the plan is to take photographs of the doors, and then the ladies will take them to the,
Yeah, because I think
find them.
I think more sort of because their autism's still there, that I think if they have the symbol and the picture, they can put two and two together, because if you're anything like myself, you've forgot what your door looked like anyway. So just
Yeah.
so they know it's still theirs and they're looking
Yeah.
for that specific door as well.
Yeah. Well, it sounds an absolutely lovely project, Lynda, and as soon as I'm able, I'm going to go and see those fairy doors, and I'm particularly excited about the toadstools. So thank you so much for coming on, Practice Patter, and sharing that lovely piece of work with your colleagues. Thanks very much.
Thank you.